All right. Happy Monday, everybody. Thank you very much for your time. We're grateful to have you hop on this Zoom tonight. Parent Co. is grateful to have you join in and sharing the information that is going to be presented to you and some of the testimonials tonight. I am very, very happy to introduce my friend of many, many years, Ricia Adair. Ricia and I have been in a number of different opportunities together and have been successful. And she has moved over to parent company and was grateful enough and gracious enough, I should actually say, to reach out to me and inform me of this amazing company, which it really, really is, and the amazing people that are involved in it. Risha has been in this for not a very long period of time, but I tell you, she was up to number 3 in Canada the first year she came in last year. And now she's hobnobbing with the owners of the company and the upper executives here on a fairly regular basis. So that gives you an indication of how close she brought this company and this product and these people to her heart. Because realistically, this is the only way that you can advance that fast in any opportunity. So that being said, I'm going to very quickly jump off, allow Risha to get going so that we can take advantage of how much time we have and the amazing speakers and apparently guest speaker that we have the pleasure of having tonight. So that being said, Risha, let's get rolling and thank you very much.
Let's get this party started. Happy St. Patty's Day, everybody. I've got a bit of green jewels on, and I hope everybody enjoyed their day, had some green beer, green mashed potatoes, whatever your pleasure. So, Dave, tell me in the last couple of days, were you like major dad mode?
It's
Because I know
spring
we're
break.
okay,
Any,
okay.
any parent has an indication of all of a sudden you have kids home for 2 weeks and there's only one direction to go
I
there.
knew it.
So yeah,
Okay, because we're going to replace the word parent company with partner co tonight. Okay. So we're having some fun here. Welcome everybody. My name is Ricia Adair. Let's share the screen here. Dave, you can give me a thumbs up when you see the slides come up, please. We're good, Dave? Okay. Hi, everybody. Again, welcome. My name is Ricia Adair. I am from Canada originally, from Vancouver Island, and I now reside in beautiful Manzanillo, Mexico. If you haven't been here yet, well, you just got to come and see me and spend some time in beautiful Casa 700 Mangoes. We bought our dream home in July of 2023, moved in October, only to find that the house was unattended for a while. And guess what? Our dream home needed a heck of a lot of work to get ready for the upcoming season. We have two villas, vacation villas. The bottom floor villa is Villa Jenny, just above is Villa Rose Maria. Doorknobs were falling off. The pool was filled with green algae. It was, well, Sarah being in the weather business, she can well imagine what kind of suffering a building in the tropics would go through after being unattended for 5, 6 months. So our little nest egg disappeared real quick as the parade of tradesmen came and went and got our villas ready for the upcoming season. And so we went from having a nest egg to being broke very, very quickly. And that was a tough situation for us as we were supposed to be living the dream. Remember that first part of the story? So the other part of me, I had a really rough year health wise. The stress from the finances was starting to kick in, the hormonal imbalance, all of those things. You could see that beautiful beach. It's a total of 9 miles, about 14, 15 kilometers, flat beach, great for walking, great for swimming. And no matter how much I walked, no matter how much I swam up and down the stairs of the villa, I still stayed very fat. And I was in a position that I really didn't enjoy. As I mentioned, I was really sick too. I suffered from all kinds of things that didn't seem to want to go away. It was a rough first year in Mexico. Dr. Tom says, Risha, you've got FFB. There's no doubt about it. FFB. And Cynthia Bolden, being in the health industry, she'll probably know instantly what FFB means. Fat, frumpy, and broke. That's exactly where I was. And that magic day, April 22nd, 24, came along that Chris and Joni Budd, my buddies from Costa Rica, also Canadians, who actually are #1 power rankers in all of Canada. Can you imagine? They gave me that call and they said, you got to know about the drops. I was so intrigued because I knew where I was wasn't a good place to be. And at that time, I wasn't really thinking about doing it as a business. I was just more concerned about getting my body back in shape, getting feeling good, getting some energy. because I'm in my 60s, but I was starting to feel like I was in my 80s, and that wasn't a good place to be. So I had enough money to steal from my massage budget to buy 2 boxes. That's what I did, 2 boxes. Well, Joni talked about the system of growth. She said, Ricia, check out my Facebook page. People are seeing the testimonies and they're coming to me to want this product. I encourage you to learn the system. It's so easy. Let's get you going. So I started posting on my first day, April 23rd. My first post brought in 19 comments. And it was just a picture of Kim Gray, who had lost a whole lot of weight in her transition. The afternoon post was Michele, and that brought in 7 comments. And then the courier came to my door. I held up the box, 2 boxes in hand. Mike took the picture, and I posted something like, here I am with my big fat weight, and I'm on my way to goal weight. I had 59 comments from that single picture, which resulted in the sale of several boxes. A lot of people wanted this product. I had no idea how many people out there were just like me, looking for an answer. So I just want to share with you, you'll see my health transition in a moment, but I do want to share with you what has happened for me. There was a lot of things that needed to be done around the villas here, and one of them was a brand new fridge because my old fridge was freezing all my food. Sarah and I, she's my maid in the middle, we are celebrating my brand new fridge. And yes, I am having an emotional love affair with my fridge. I love it. Brought in the paint crews and splashed beautiful Mexican colors all over our white walls. We had to rebuild the pergola. It became a dangerous situation of rotting wood, and that was quite the adventure, finding the tropical woods from all over parts of Mexico to rebuild the pergola. And Mike got his brand new motorcycle. I'm not saying this to impress you, but impress upon you that only in April we were broke, and all these dreams started to get realized in November. And I couldn't believe how different my life had changed. Santa Claus brought us 7 small earthquakes that caused massive pool failure. Not a good thing when you've got guests checking in a couple of weeks. Well, thanks to Partner Co, I was able to get a quick repair done, a right repair, and we had a pool party to celebrate the opening. And again, too, had we not had my income from Partner Co, it would have shut us down. We would have had to relocate our guests, and that would have been the end of our current season. Recently, I found out that I'm on my way to Punta Cana, a beautiful princess vacation. In fact, I found out that I've got enough lifestyle credits for 3 beautiful vacations. And I'm still pinching myself going, I can't believe this. Like a year ago, I was FFB, and look at how my life has changed, Mom. Take a look at that fat lady on the left. I can't believe that I had let myself get to that position, but there I was. How did it happen, right? 3-4 pounds a year, multiply by 10 years. There you got your 50 pounds extra. And thanks to the drops, in 3 months, my body transitioned to the lady on the right. I'm so grateful. My husband, Mike, has his own testimonials. He doesn't have the shakes anymore. He doesn't experience acid reflux. He's really happy. He lost some weight around his middle as well. So we're a happy, healthy family going forward. I owe it to these 2 guys, Darren Zobrist and John Wadsworth. They're the founders of our company. John spent his adult life, in network marketing with the company that sold the beautiful Tahitian noni drink. Darren Zobrist became very successful on Wall Street. Together, these men found an offer of a collection of 5 companies. These 5 companies during times of COVID were failing, and they needed some rescue. Well, it was important to Darren and John that these companies had stellar products with clean ingredients, created by doctors, backed by science. And they said, we've got to rescue these companies and bring these over. And we're going to create our own company with all of these beautiful products called Partner Co. Our motto is, we are simply better together. Going back 11 months, I had no idea that all of these things that I was experiencing were directly related to hormonal imbalance. I had no idea. So as I read through, I want you to do a mental check mark of which of these would apply to you, either before the drops, if you're a brand partner supporting the call, or if you're a guest looking at this information for the first time. Mood swings, low libido, headaches, night sweats, food cravings, all of the above on the top for me. Hot flashes, acne. Yeah, can you believe it? Getting pimples at 60? What's with that, right? Insomnia, honey, I can't sleep. Tiredness, fatigue, weight gain, all of those are directly related to your body being out of balance. And thank you to, again, the union of these 5 companies came 100 amazing products that will balance your hormones, healthy weight loss, increased energy, strengthen your immune system, reduce inflammation with highly nutritious products, collagen for younger, better skin. How would like to sleep better? Yes. gut health. Athletes purchase our products because they certainly have better performance. When you put all of our products together, we actually touch into several multi-billion dollar industries. We had also our scientific team who are absolutely amazing. Dr. Ray Strand, he's our chief medical officer, quite well known worldwide for a series of books, including Dr. Pena. He's out of Mexico here, amazing man. He's the inventor of our fabulous probiotic product. Brett West, who's the world's leading foremost expert on the Tahitian noni. Dr. Crystal Vance, she's our Wellness Council president. For those in the British Columbia area, I highly recommend you get yourself to Vancouver, Parksville, or Victoria this coming next weekend, because Dr. Crystal will actually be one of our guest speakers. Kristen White, a great athlete who's on our athletic council. And together, these people oversee 1,040 annual quality tests, 215 published studies. What got me excited being in Manzanillo was the fact that I could build a global company doing business in over 50 countries, being a Canadian, having a lot of peeps in Canada, the US, some in a lot of Mexico, and some in Europe. And you too can build a global business in over 50 countries. And it's as simple as learning our system of growth, a very simple copy and paste system. Somebody from Italy notices your post. They ask you, can I get the drops in Italy? You check the back office. Indeed, you can. Send them a smart link. We teach you how to do that. The European office fulfills the order, and next payday you get paid. That's how wonderful it is. It's transparent. There's no international tax licenses or tax numbers or business licenses. It is that easy. Right now, my business touches about 14 different countries. And again, remember where I started, I had enough for 2 boxes to get started with this company, Partner Co. Let's highlight a few of the products right now going quickly. Lucime created a product, Sincerity product. My knowledge, it's the only breathable skincare mask. It was created by a team of dermatologists specifically for problem skin. It's also great not only for, in my case, lifting up those scars, ancient wounds. We all have the battle wounds, right? It's also great for rejuvenating your skin, for anti-aging. And let's have a look at Marlene here. She was kind enough to share her picture with me where she had really a trouble situation on her legs. After rolling on the Sincerity for a period of time, she ended up erasing the problem. So we've got some great products here that change people's lives. Noni and collagen, one of my favorites. You definitely need to be looking after your skin. I hear from so many people that are in connection with the elders, whether it be at the dentist office, at the chiropractic office, whatever. And when they brush against a rough stucco wall, their skin actually rips open. So you want to be looking after your skin now. Don't wait till you're 90 when your skin is paper thin. One of my most favorite products of all time is the Tahitian Noni Max. The noni is one of the most efficacious fruits, if not the most efficacious fruit in the world. It takes a great scientific team to put together a formula that it tastes great, because if you approach a noni tree, it doesn't smell good. I mean, there's a really somewhat of an order to the smell to the product. But the noni will promote overall health and wellness. It supports a healthy immune system. I live in right now in an area that I call FOP, fresh off the plane. People are constantly flying into Manzanillo and they bring with them their bronchitis germs and everything else. I boost my immune system with this noni, and I feel like I have a team of soldiers protecting my body. Helps you boost your energy endurance, certainly sustains your joint health and promote mobility. I go up and down my stairs with clear mobility. Please mute the lines. Supports a healthy cardiovascular system and certainly fights the harmful free radicals and protects against oxidative damage. Powerful adaptogens support balance, stress, and supports your mood. And that explains why I'm happy all the time. Plus the drops help me with that too. We got a new feline that was created by doctors, backed by science. The probiotics, again, created by Dr. Pena. In my opinion, it's the best probiotics ever. We even have a container that protects the product against temperature fluctuations so you can easily travel with it. Omega Q for your brain, for your heart. Amplify for your brain and your energy. Optimal M's and B's for your lungs, your muscles, your blood. Amazing products. I feel the difference with these products. I'd like to talk a little about Vinali. Vinali is our best-selling product in China. Vinali is loaded with vitamin C. It helps to strengthen your skin when you get that saggy skin after losing all the weight from the drops we're going to tell you about. Also, many of my clients tell me they no longer suffer from allergic symptoms. The product on the right, MOA, is the second product that I was able to purchase when my second paycheck rolled in, because recently said to me, with that owie that you're experiencing in your fingers, your toes, your lower back, this is what you need is the MOA. It is a drink that is loaded with 36 superfoods of liquid nutrition. All of this helps with inflammation, with pain. And in 3 weeks, wearing my goofy flip-flops, walking the dog, I noticed that I had substantially less pain. In 6 weeks, I noticed that it's gone. I can make a fist, open and close my hands, do my weights with my hands, the whole bit. And I don't feel the owie like I felt not too long ago. I love the MOA. Here's some examples of people that suffer greatly from inflammation. And again, such a great product that you can get back to normal very, very quickly. Sugar Stop is a recent enhanced product. Every now and then you're going to want to have that cheat day, go to the Italian restaurant, maybe celebrate with some birthday cake. The Sugar Stop blocks a good part of the sugars from entering your bloodstream from white table sugar products, and blocks the sugars from carbs from entering your body as well too. So that's definitely one item you'd like to include in your shopping cart tonight. Slenderies, Pure Nourish on the right is my breakfast go-to drink. I love it. I throw in some fruit, I throw in some hemp parts, the cocoa product that we have, our Power Boost there, throw that in because I love the chocolate flavor. There's enough nutrition in the Pure Nourish. Do you know that if all the food should disappear tomorrow, you will have enough nutrition that you can survive quite nicely? It's got probiotics, prebiotics, minerals, and vitamins. Giving Greens, one little scoop that comes in that package gives you 2 pounds of the most efficacious greens: kale, spinach, parsley, acai, goji. And I see the drops peeking around the corner, but first I want to share with you one of my faves of all time is my Fountain of Youth in the box. It's Renew. Renew is a sachet. You drink it before bed. It helps combat the natural aging process to promote youth and vitality. To my knowledge, again, too, the only one of its kind in the world. We have 2 international patents pending on this product. It is formulated to trigger human growth hormone, HGH, production. And what does HGH do for us? Well, it promotes deeper, more restorative sleep. Who doesn't want a better sleep? Say I, right? A better sleep tomorrow is definitely a better sleep tonight is a far better decision tomorrow. Increased libido, stamina, and pleasure. We just had Melissa and Andrew on board telling us a great story about Andrew's experience with the Renew. Reduce body fat. It increases lean muscle. If we had more time, I'd be flexing for you so you can see my cool muscles at my age. Promotes youthful looking skin and hair. Improves mood and energy. All of our products are so, so, so good. And one of the best products, this is our gateway product bringing us home, is the Slenderies Body Balancing Drops. This product has been on the market for over 12 years. Over 1 million bottles have been sold, created by doctors, backed by science. It's all natural, safe, and effective, stimulant and hormone-free. Clinically proven, doctor recommended by so many doctors. Drop twice the weight as if you were just to diet alone. What will it do for you? Well, it'll curb your hunger and control your appetite. You're going to get that mental message to your brain that says, stop eating now. I celebrate 11 months of no sugar. I went to a ladies' night, St. Patty's party, and they were eating these green cupcakes, and no, thank you, not interested, don't want it. I am so happy about that. It balances your hormones, insulin, ghrelin, leptin, and cortisol. And it's going to stimulate your metabolism, so you'll have increased energy. You'll want to get off the couch and do something. You'll feel younger and stay motivated. And it certainly reduces stress as well. Clinically proven to support the thyroid, it maintains healthy blood sugar levels and brain clarity. A lot of people say their brain fog is gone and their memory is improving. I call the Slenderies Body Balancing Drops my magic drops. So I want to impress upon you, this is not a fad, it's not a diet, it is a lifestyle, it is clean eating. It's the eating that we were taught to eat when we were kids. Exercise 15 to 30 minutes a day, and dancing and walking is just fine. Drink your water, 8 glasses a day, combine it with our healthy food plan. And again, you will not go hungry. There's lots and lots to eat tonight. I had this great salad smothered in shrimp tonight at my soiree. There's so many things that you can eat that are absolutely delicious. I just got a message from my dear friend Jane. She is now down 54 pounds. Oh my God, but look at the transition in Jane in just 8 weeks. James, oh my God, the guy on the right looks like he's the other guy's kid. 47 pounds in 4 months. Dr. Crystal, she lost 162 pounds. She lost a whole person. And that beautiful lady on the right looks exactly like that today after several years of losing her weight. Yours truly bouncing around in spandex in front of your very eyes. I want to bring your attention in the top right around the bra line, the waist, and the hip area as compared to 13 days later. Look at the transition. So, guys, we're not talking about months and months and months and months. We're talking about you're going to see some differences very, very quickly. Tracy, our bikini queen out of West Virginia. Athletes love our products. They have certainly better performance. We have Katie Fear, 30 days her transition, and I've got to get a new picture because I understand she's gone a lot further than this. Maggie Shovel, again, we have testimonial after testimonial. Julie Park was very sick. She was married to a doctor and very sick at the time when the drops were introduced to her. And now this gal is very successful with Partner Co. And she's very slim. My goodness, these drops change people's lives. April out of Oklahoma, younger girl. The Hublers have a physiotherapy clinic. Josh tore the science apart in these products before he could recommend it to his clients. Feeling very satisfied, they introduced it into their clinic. They have 5 kids. You could see by their faces how much better they look, how much healthier they look. And now they're senior officers. They just climbed the ranks very, very quickly. Sheila, there wasn't a dry in the house. The lady had gone through certain cancers that left her with chemotherapy and radiation. She was very sick and very weak. The drops came to her, and my goodness, not only did she kiss 25 pounds goodbye, but she got her life back. Chris Bailey was recently on our call. He suffered from Lyme disease and couldn't get any help whatsoever that was going to solve his situation until the drops. Selena Kirby, better numbers, better labs. Her BPs, her A1Cs, lost a whole bunch of weight. It looks a whole lot younger. Ashley celebrates that there's no longer the night sweats, those hot, anxious anxiety moments, the hot flashes. Do you know there's 1 billion women going into menopause this year? That's a whole lot of people that we can reach out and touch. Her husband, Reese, has kicked his habit of Dr. Pepper and Oreo cookies every night and dropped 65 pounds. My dear friend Penny, wow, Penny was very, very, very unhealthy after colon cancer and several operations that didn't work for her. And she had lost her zest for vivre, so to speak. And my dear Penny, just 2 months after being introduced to the drops, that's the girl on the right. So proud of her. The Fuchs were recently on my call, and picture paints 1,000 words. Better labs, lost a whole lot of weight between the two of them. Jerry Wyndham lost 12 pounds, and he also gave up the shakes. He no longer has to hold his hand as the soup spoon comes up to his mouth. And Colleen Braden, again, picture paints 1,000 words. My goodness, can you see that girl on the right is very, very happy. Rachel Kemp couldn't get rid of her baby fat until the drops came along to help her. And my friend Barbara McCubin, oh my God, she's just so much joy, this girl. And she just loves showing this before and after picture and how trim she got. We have a brand new product that was just recently announced. It's called Abvantage. The drops are going to promote overall weight loss. So you need to get on those drops to satisfy your weight loss. But the advantage is going to accelerate the loss of harmful visceral fat around your waist and hips. Dr. Ray Strand states, weight gain around our middles is associated with an increased risk for high blood pressure, elevated cholesterol, heart disease, and diabetes. The medical community is now beginning to refer to visceral fat as killer fat. So the advantages to this product include increased calories burned by 10 times, so you get leaner faster, helps reduce stubborn visceral fat to slim waist and hips, helps increase metabolism so you burn more calories, activates fat burning cells in your brown adipose tissue, and helps prevent weight regain following your weight loss. It's a great product. I'm flying up to Canada in just a few days, and my Advantage is waiting up there for me. I can hardly wait. There's a couple of new packages available in Canada as well in the United States, bundled up with our other great products. Let's move on into our testimonials. We've got some great, great speakers, and I'm so excited to hear their stories tonight. First, we're going to bring it forward with Sarah Weaver. She was chatting earlier before the call got started. She's on her way to, well, she's a meteorologist, and she's got more and more and more degrees coming her way. She's a very smart girl. She's the anchor of our income producing activity training calls every Monday to Friday. She's a lovely, lovely lady and does so much for the teams, but she has an amazing story. So it's time to hear from Sarah Weaver.
Well, thank you so much, Ricia, for having me on. I deeply.
Oh, we lost you. Are you having a bad weather storm there, Sarah? Your voice.
I hope not. I just changed my graphics card too, so I'm hoping that this doesn't crash. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I do have a message that says your bandwidth is low, but let's go ahead. Let's do our best.
Okay, we'll try this. Alrighty. So I actually, at 30 years old, I was majorly overweight, guys. I'm talking over 200 pounds. I was miserable. I was told I had high blood pressure, high cholesterol. It's not what a 30-year-old wants to hear, right? So my mom started her drop journey in October of 2023. And by December, I noticed she had already lost weight. So I was like, okay, I really need to give these drops a try. January 2024 rolled around, and by April of 2024, I had already lost 40 pounds.
Wow.
Fast forward to September, I lost 56 pounds. As of today, March the 17th, I am down 64 pounds. I
Wow.
feel so much better. Thank you. Thank you. I've not been this small since high school.
Wow. Wow. But Sarah, we talked at one point and there was some health stuff going on with you too, right?
Yes. Oh, yes. So I have IBS, and IBS, you're always bloated, and it's a horrible thing to have. I had hormonal acne, and thanks to the drops, they've helped with my IBS, and they've also helped with my hormonal acne to the point I feel almost comfortable enough of going out in public without makeup. So that's a huge plus, huge plus, because I used to always just Keiko on all the makeup and stuff. But I no longer have high blood pressure, and I also no longer have high cholesterol, which are huge things.
Wow. Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you,
Thank
thank
you
you.
so much for sharing your story with us. And I'm just going to say this. Can you imagine before your mom started, where were you at mentally, emotionally with where you were?
So I was to my breaking point. I was to the point I had tried Ozempic, and I had an allergic reaction to it. And I was like, okay, what else do I have? There's nothing really anything else out there except for weight loss surgery. And I was like, I can't afford that. And
And it's
honestly,
very dangerous surgery as well.
it's very dangerous. And I needed something, or I wanted something, because just diet and exercise just wasn't working enough for me.
Wow. There you go. How are you feeling now?
I feel absolutely amazing. Matter of fact, the other day you were mentioning how I'm a meteorologist. With these drops, I was able to pull almost a 24-hour shift of just broadcasting meteorology for all of my followers. And I have the drops to thank, because they are always at my desk. And if I didn't have them, I'd be lost. I'd be pretty bad off if I didn't have them.
Wow. Sarah, again, thanks for all you do for the teams. We really love you and we so appreciate you. And thank you for your testimony tonight. It was so great to have you on our call.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.
You know, my new motto is this is a lot more than just 20 pounds because there's so many stories out there and it's just a lot more than just 20 pounds. Blows me away every single time. Okay, we're going to move on as soon as I can get my mouse to work properly here. Excuse me for a minute, please. There we go. Oh, no, let's go back here. There's my slide. Okay, Joy. Joy is a friend from Coaldale, Alberta. I'm excited for her to share her story with you. Joy Kimmitt, are you in the house with me tonight?
Am I unmuted?
There you go. Hi, honey. Thank you so much for coming on board. Joy,
Oh,
let's hear your story. How did you
thank
get
you for
started on the
having me.
drops? Oh, you're very welcome.
I started on the drops middle of May 2024, and my cousin had put a post on Facebook about these drops, and I'm looking at them and I'm thinking, I need those. So I contacted her right away and said, "What are these drops?" So she told me and I got them, and it was like, wow, I feel really good. So the first things I noticed was I slept really well. My stress level dropped way down and I had lots of energy. It was great. And then I was in the grocery store. I worked late and had to grab some things for supper, and I had my list, and of course, the grocery store has all their baked goods all the way up to the till. And normally I would grab something quick so I could eat something while I was making my supper. Well, I'm standing in line and all of a sudden I went, I didn't even want one of those. It was great. And yeah, it's just been a great journey. Like I dropped 32 pounds and 18 inches overall. I just love life and business has been good. I've had my slow times, but I want to tell everybody when it gets slow, don't give up because it just seems like I was kind of down a few weeks ago and all of a sudden, boom, God pops this person who had been following me over a year or since pretty much since I started. She popped and says, okay, I'm ready. And then the other night, fellow I worked with says, okay, I'm ready. And I want 3 boxes for me and 3 boxes for my wife. And I'm just like, wow, like this is fantastic. So
Oh,
yeah.
that's awesome. Well, we run a business. Those of us that chosen to work this as a business, in every business, whether you have a shoe store or a boutique resort or whatever it is, everyone has a slow time, right? So I think we need to be mature about that. Tell me, what is your second favorite product, Joy?
It's really hard to pick one favorite product,
Yeah,
favorite
I
product,
know they're all so good.
but I really like the Renew and the Noni. I
Yeah,
have to say too. But yeah,
yeah.
I think they're great.
Be better on the Renew.
Yes,
Yeah,
just out
definitely.
like a light. And so I used to I'd sleep okay, but if I had to get up during the night to go to the bathroom, I couldn't go back to sleep. Not anymore. I get
And
up. If I get up, then I come back and I'm out. It's
Joy,
great.
thank you so much for your testimony with us tonight. So great to see you again and have you on board. Thank you so very much.
You're welcome and thank you.
Now, Michele McCay is in the house. She didn't know I was going to be calling on her, but she has a very special story. Michele, can you join us and share your story with us?
Hey there, y'all. Hope everybody's doing
Michele,
great.
joining our call. So, first of all, a little background. You've been in the health and the health field for a long, long time. Tell us a bit about your background.
Yes, I've been a nurse for over 39 years. Yep.
Okay.
And most of my service in the nursing arena has always been in death. And so it's such a refreshing time in my life to now be helping people get their life back. So instead of giving people greater quality at the end of life, we're giving greater quality in the middle of life. So that has been very refreshing. But my story started with brain fog. My mother was diagnosed with Alzheimer's at 55 and died at 62, and I started having brain fog at 45. So debilitating for one, and devastating for two, and really put me in a panic situation. And at that time of my life, at 45, that was 15 years ago, doctors just really, as they do now, possibly dismiss your symptoms when it could be related to perimenopause. And so when I walked in with brain fog, they diagnosed me with ADD instead. And so even though hearing about my mom's history with Alzheimer's, they still prescribed Wellbutrin, thyroid hormone replacement therapy. So one met after another, and none of them took care of the brain fog until 14 years later, driving down the road, did not know where I was going, and called my best friend and person I trusted with my life, Cynthia Bolden, and said, "You've got to help me. I believe I have Alzheimer's, or either we got to find a solution for this brain fog." And so Cynthia, being my prayer partner as well, prayed and said, "You do not have Alzheimer's, but I have a product that's going to change your life." And it indeed did. I started with a product called Renew. And then within 3 days, the brain fog was gone, probably because I was sleeping so soundly. But fast forward to the drops, and I mean, the drops truly started taking away the sugar cravings, started really correcting the insulin resistance in my body. It didn't have a whole lot of weight to lose, but I did have insulin resistance, that belly fat. And so we know now that research is showing us that insulin resistance in the brain is the leading cause of Alzheimer's. So thankful to have found a solution for what could have been my mother's same story, but God had a different story. And what truly intrigued me in this business was learning that insulin resistance in the brain is the leading cause of Alzheimer's. And I just felt like, okay, I could not help my mom 29 years ago, so we're going to get these drops in the hands of millions. And then, of course, we've changed that tagline now because they are in the hands of millions, and we're going to get these drops in the hands of billions.
Wow, I love it. Love it, love it. Michele, so you've been a nurse, so you're not really a business person, so to speak, but you've had amazing, amazing success with Partner Co. Can you touch on that a little bit on how that happened?
Yes, well, I was a business person. I owned a hospice agency for 12 years actually. I sold that company to a publicly traded company and traded in that business for this industry. Had been in another company for 15 years, and once I found Partner Co. and truly had no intention of working this business, none. I was in another company, but when I saw what these products were doing, not only for my life, but what they could do for other people's lives, I felt like I had no choice but to get them in the hands of billions. So to be able to get them in the hands of billions, you've got to have several more people promoting them as well. So I call them virtual franchises or worker bees. And I just started sharing on Facebook, just like you guys are as well. But I did reach out, or a couple of people that were in my previous company reached out to me. They saw my post on Facebook and said, I need to know about these drops. So I was able to share about the business opportunity with those leaders. And from that, and then several other leaders, we just started growing a team and training very well and started duplicating. And proud to say that our team has grown to over 7,500 people within a very short period of time. And just thrilled that we've got that roadmap to getting these drops in the hands of billions.
Wow, what a great story. I'm going to bring you back to introduce Cynthia. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much for an amazing testimonial. Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Michele McCay.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ricia.
Wow, everyone has a story. I just love it, love it, love it. I'm so dedicated to this. I would do this without the Friday paycheck, just because I love, like Michele, like everybody else, helping others, because people need these products to have a joyous life. So how do you get the drops? Well, you can always buy retail, but nah, who wants to buy retail, right? I'm a Winnipeg girl. Nobody from Winnipeg buys retail. So let's talk about the best value for you. You can open your virtual business for $29.95 or become, like a high-end customer. But you know what I'm going to say is this. We are human beings and we love to share. We love to share a good restaurant, a good movie, a good beach walk, whatever it is. And when people start commenting about how great you look, why not share it? Because Partner Co, the last time I checked, had a whole bunch of commission checks lined up that they wanted to send out. They want your referrals and they want to pay you for the referrals for acquiring a new customer for them. So why not have a system all ready to go, a replicated back office, all the training tools. In Canada, it's $37.95. We have amazing training. We already talked that Sarah Weaver is the MC on our income producing activity calls every Monday to Friday. You can plug in as you like, but usually we have 500 people on those calls because the training is just simply that good. As a disclaimer, whatever success Michele has, Cynthia has, I have, it has nothing to do with your desire and your passion and your skills and your desire to learn more skills for you to create your own paycheck. Let's talk about turning your drops into profits, okay? First of all, as a brand partner, by the way, the $29.95 or this $37.95 is a one-time lifetime membership. That's like ridiculous, right? It's like one time. So you're going to be able to enjoy 30% off suggested retail, which is really cool. So let's talk about getting a 4-pack in the United States. A 4-pack is $371. Share the other 3 through our system of growth or just word of mouth, and offer a selling price to your friends at $167. They get a bit of a deal, or you can go higher, whatever, but you would earn a profit, a minimum of $222, plus have your own drops for yourself. A 10-pack reduces your unit costs, so your profits will go up to $800. In Canada, a 4-pack is $465. Your profits are $240. Keep one for yourself and share 3 with the rest of the world, right? Because your friends are going to want this. We'd like to help you get to that ideal goal, which is called Ultimate. It's a top pay position in our program. And basically, virtually, it's 1,500 points. In a product business, there's a point value connected to every box and bottle. So in this case, 1,500 points could be the equivalent of 30 boxes. I hear all the time on our IPA calls about people moving 30 boxes in 1 week, 2 weeks, sometimes 3 weeks. So your profits are anywhere from $2,500 to $2,700. And social media nowadays is a way for you to reach out to the world. As I say, you could have somebody from Italy tag you in no time at all wanting the drops over there. What you're looking at here is a screenshot of an app we call Boards. And Boards basically is a cloud filing system in the cloud. And we have all the testimonials that you're going to post under week 1, week 2. We have all the answers for any inquiries that come in under text strips for drops. So if you know how to copy and paste, then simply just a plug and play and watch the results come in. My friend Barb is on the call with us tonight. She put her first post up and somebody already responded. And I think it was within like minutes of the post going up. And that's how quick things can happen for us, because people want these products. When I posted this particular picture of Rick and Crystal with their transformation of 210 pounds gone, it was crazy. The comments just kept coming in. So first thing that you'd like to do is activate your position with 200 points, and you'd be eligible to receive commissions, because the day will come that you will refer someone because you're so happy with how you're feeling. Again, a 4-pack in Canada is 200 points, so that would qualify. A 4-pack in the US is 200 points. That would qualify. We have some other options, though, that I would encourage is sweeten up your 4-pack with at least that box of Renew. Everybody loves Renew. We heard from Michele. We heard from Joy. Everyone loves the Renew. So you can get a box Renew with your 4-pack, or a box or a 3-pack. You know, there's no limitation to what you can offer. For every box of drops that I offer to people, I always offer that box of Renew as a duo. And again, and the more you buy, the bigger the discounts, especially in the United States. When you get a 10-pack, you're looking at profits over $600. You can get a 10-pack, a 20-pack, your profits would be about $1,600. But look at this. If you're a business owner, as Michele is, there so many people are, right? You would invest $2,300 in a 30-pack. That's your $1,500, your Ultimate. You don't have to think about getting Ultimate again. You've got it for the lifetime of your career with our company, and you're profiting more than what you invested. In a brick and mortar business, that's impossible. It's very near impossible to have a profit in your first year, because brick and mortar expenses are so high. Producing a website would cost you a lot more than $2,700. In Canada, here's a sample kit. Again, too, it has 1,500 points. You can mix and match any of the products, put your favorites together, and offer the others to share with your friends. And again, you'd be at Ultimate right out of the gate. We're voted the most generous, best compensation plan in the industry. We're paid 9 different ways. I'm going to share some of those ways with you tonight. We already talked about the retail profits, where you get 30% less than suggested retail. So that's your margin that you're making right out of the gate when you offer your product to your friends and family. And in this instance, Mary says, you know what? I don't want to be a I don't want to be just a customer and pay retail to you. I want to pay my $29.95, or in Canada, $37.95, and be a brand partner and get it wholesale. So in this illustration, Mary's from Illinois. She purchases 2 10-packs. That's 1,000 points. If you purchased your 4-pack, you'd be called what we call activated, and you'd be at 15% commission, which is called new volume bonus. You would make $150 on that purchase of Mary for her first 4 weeks, and then it changes to base pay. If you're at the business level of 500 points, it's 20%, but if you're at the ultimate 1,500 point level, it would be at 30%, so you would double your commissions. And one mentor said to me, Ricia, if this company wants to pay you extra money, never ever leave money on the table. Shame on you. Go after what they want to pay you. You're going to want to stay qualified to earn your commissions every week and your brand partner pricing. So we encourage you to experiment with different products and enjoy 100 points of product every month. And now the base pay, it's based on a formula of all the activity that happens in your team. You get 15%. We get paid every Friday. And when the base pay in any particular week adds up to $250 or more, the company puts an additional 15% aside for you into what is called a savings bonus account. When that adds up to 10,000, well, you're going to get that magic call from the company. And I believe that Michele is on the stage. There she is, right there. Yeah, there she is. You're going to get that magic call from the company, and by the following pay date, 10,000 US dollars will be deposited in your bank account. Very cool. Chris and Joni unlocked their savings bonus in 8 months. Jerry and Allison recently unlocked it. Reese and Ashley Antley recently unlocked it. Kim Grace celebrating with her family. In addition to that, we also get paid in lifestyle credits. Everything that we do with this business, including our monthly auto subscription, climbing up the ranks, signing up a new customer, a new brand partner, etc., is going to pay you in our lifestyle credits. It's kind of like our Air Miles program. You cash in those points, and for these beautiful 5-star luxury vacations. This particular one last April went to Tahiti. In July last year, the group went to the Bahamas, celebrating. Russell, he's on the line with us, I believe, tonight, and he went to Puerto Vallarta, and he couldn't believe how well he was. It was his first vacation out of Canada, and he was like, "Wow, I'm like a prince." Very soon, the Bali trip is coming up, and the Punta Cana trip as well too. A lot of us will be on that trip, which I'm really excited about. So again, your life can change so quickly. It all depends on your desire, your passion, your willingness to make it work, and just watch the joys roll in, including helping a lot of people. And there's nothing better than getting those phone calls of someone saying, thank you for introducing these drops to me. In Orlando recently, there was 2,100 people at that conference, and over 1/3 of them were recognized on stage for having accomplished great things. Now, this is our special speaker, a beautiful, beautiful lady. I just love her to bits. Michele and Cynthia are very, very close. So I'm going to bring back Michele McCay to introduce her beautiful friend, Cynthia Bolden.
Well, what can you say about Cynthia Bolden? There is not enough words to describe her. Of course, when she came to my rescue, I was so thankful that she's an expert herbalist and nutritionist, and she is a health minister. And most of all, I can tell you, she loves serving people. That is her absolute passion in life and purpose in life. And she is such an amazing servant. She serves her people so very well, loves them, and actually prays for her clients as well. So you want Cynthia Bolden in your corner, and you want her praying for you, I promise you. And especially when it comes to your health and your wealth. So I'm so pleased to introduce my amazing partner. We call it the M&C show, but she is certainly the absolute best. You know, when you talk about, hey, you talk about your partner or whatever, that's the strongest partner or the best looking partner or whatever. She's certainly the best. So y'all are going to find the same as well. So welcome and take it away, Cynthia Bolden.
Okay, unmuted. Thank you, sweet Michele. And I always like to say, yeah, me and Michele, we are the M&C show, but she said those kind of things about me. But right back to her, I am so blessed. I am so fortunate to have her in my life right here in Oxford, Mississippi. So thanks, my friend. And we had this thing, I love you, bye. So it's not quite time to say it yet. But
Cynthia,
Ricia, thank you. Oh, I was just gonna thank you, but I'll let you. Are you gonna say something now?
I'm going to interview you. You
Okay.
betcha. I've got so many questions for you, girl.
Okay. All right, I'm ready.
I'm so grateful to have you on board. We've been trying to make this connection for a while, so this is a real treat for us. Now, you are the owner of Good Nutrition Health and Wellness Center in
Yes.
Oxford. Okay, tell us a little about your place of business.
Okay, my place of business, I've actually been in business 30 years. My first 10 years was in Birmingham, Alabama. And so we moved to Oxford, Mississippi about 21 years ago and moved Good Nutrition here. Good Nutrition is a place where I was with a company for over 30 years that helped me so very long ago with my health. And my passion is it wasn't about just moving product. It was about paying attention to people and really understanding the body from a cellular level, not just take this to, well, you can't really fix anything, but not just taking product, but really the consultation part is one of my favorite parts. I don't know how many people would be familiar with this show, especially in Canada. I don't know, but the Andy Griffin show, I don't know if there's a show that people would know about, but what I love here is people say that, people will bring you eggs, they'll bring you, I don't know, lamb meat, or in other words, it's just a place where people come to talk and really have somebody to listen to. And as I direct them to proper products to help their body nourish, not fix it, but to nourish it and teach people that they count. And it's so important. Health and wellness is so important, and we get to do so much and play a major part in our own health and wellness. So that's kind of what I do in Good Nutrition.
Okay, fabulous, fabulous. So thank you for doing what you do, and thank you for this morning's prayer. Wow, it was really a heartfelt, heart-moving prayer. It was just beautiful. Thank you for that and all the work you do. So tell us about your introduction into the Partner Co products, into the drops, the different products that are in our catalog. Tell us about that.
Okay, so I am from the Limu family. I was introduced to Limu actually years ago, but it was strictly product. It was not about the business until I was introduced to the products, and then it looked like the products went away, just Limu alone. And in 2019, I met Brent Palmer. He was actually meeting somebody in Oxford, Mississippi. So that was February 2019. And I listened, but I heard him, but I wasn't really interested, but I wouldn't mind getting my hands on Limu again. And so he talked, and I was a little intrigued with him because of his passion. Okay. And so he would come here every 2 weeks based on building a business with other people. So I was invited, and I said, you know what, if he can drive 2.5 hours to Oxford, I can go for an hour and listen. And I listened and I said, okay, but I still wasn't like, let's do this. And he just kept coming, and I kept showing up. So that was February 2019. At the time, they had a car program. And by maybe the June, I had car qualified. And I still didn't know what was going on. I was just enjoying the product and enjoying the people being on the product. Fast forward, 2019 was a great year. Then COVID came, 2020. I went straight on pause, 2021 and 22. Not because I didn't like the product, but because my husband was in health. He works at a hospital. There was a lot going on in my life. And it was just pause, not quit, never turned my auto ship off for anything. And I just got a piece around October 2022. It's the time, every year in October, it's the time that I kind of position myself for the following year. And so my question was, in my prayer time, what's next for Cynthia? And all I heard in a quiet voice was, it's time. I'm like, it's time. But Partner Co was not even there, but Limu was on my mind. Brent was on my mind. Andrea was on my mind, and Dr. Crystal. So for those three to be on my mind, that's who I started praying for. Those three. Had no idea Limu was sold. Had no idea of all the things that was going on. Andrea calls in November 2022. She is so excited about Renew. I had never seen Andrea, like I'm talking about excited, like this kind of excitement. And she's sweet as, well, I shouldn't say maybe pie, but she is sweet as sweet can be. So I'm used to her sweetness, but not that excitement. So I'm just gonna tell you, if Andrea Rossa was jumping up and down about Renew, then it made me jump up and down about it. So I said, okay, Andrea, it was a week before Thanksgiving. We talked. I said, well, I can't hardly wait. I'm going to order it now. I was really that excited. So excitement is really contagious. And so got the product, but it was something going on. I said, Andrea, I don't know what's going on, but I'm supposed to be a part of it. And that's what happened. So needless to say, she said they were going through so many changes and they didn't know everything either. But I told her this. I said, Andrea, I may not know what's going on, but I am telling you something good is happening. Something good is coming. Be a part, and I want to join you. And we started hearing about Partner Co. So I was just ready and excited to be a part of something brand new and to learn about all their products. So for me, when you ask about products, this is the way I teach. What the drops have done for me is solved an answer to prayer. I'm used to being over 600 to 700 different products. Not saying that, and when I say that, please don't take it as, oh, your body can't take all of that. It was different leaves and things that I was working with. So I've had great success. It's just the drops. I never got in weight loss products. In all my years of being an herbalist, I would never touch it. I would help people with digestion. I would help people with their intestinal, circulatory, all the different systems of the body. But my husband would ask me all the time, Cynthia, you don't want to get into weight loss. I said, I don't want to get into emotional, that part of it, because it was not just going to be a pill to fix it, right? So when the drops came along, I knew that was answered prayer, because the drops really cut my work in half. I am a firm believer. You lead with the drops. You let the drops affect all 9 body systems because they're there. And then as a person go from month to month with a focus on 3 months, see where they are. If we need to go 6 months, and if we need to add anything else, whether it is a MOA, whether it's a Noni, whether it's a Limu, whether it's Magna Cal D, whether it's Renew, that is like, is awesome, because we have a system, and when your hormones are actually are messengers, and when they are delivering the right message and we have the right products, it's a beautiful thing. So it makes my work just much easier. And so that's why I get excited about bringing people in, because you do not have to overthink it. The body wants you to be good to it. And Partnerco has just been a great answer to put good products in so your body knows exactly what to do with them.
Absolutely. That's so good. I love the way you explain it. Touch on Limu a little bit, okay? Because I didn't mention it in my presentation, but you have the experience. So give us like a 1-minute infomercial on Limu and why it's important.
Limu is important because of the seaweed value. The food cordon and the studies that come along with it for cellular health is just awesome. I mean, those waters that it grows in are so pristine that you can go and pull that crop up, and in days it's right back because of the growth, because of the purity of the water, and the actual food cordon, what it does for cells. It is just an energizer and a food for cells. I love it for thyroid health, because especially in the United States, when it comes to iodine and seaweed, that is just not something that's on our plate, but yet it is so vital to our liver and our thyroid. So I just love it. And plus the taste is easy for kids. It's great for sleep. And it is a very good maintenance product for cellular health.
Wonderful. That's great. I wish it was available in Mexico, so I'm yet to trying it. Hopefully someone in Vancouver will have it for me. Cynthia, in closing, the business, you're a senior officer, you're highly successful, you're also running your brick and mortar business, you have all your consulting, your clients, you're a busy lady, you have your church. How do you do it all, and how has the business rewarded you in return?
Well, I do it all. Of course, scheduled, but when you're having fun, you don't even look at it that way. In the past year, you heard Michelle's story. Me, and Michelle, as she usually say, but I say it tonight. We knew we always would be in business together somewhere. In her previous business, I didn't have an interest interest in doing it at all, but I've always had an interest in her. And so it's kind of like when you have great people like a Michelle McCay and others that I have had the pleasure to get to know. And when it's fun and easy, what it's really changed my life because of the community. That's what has really happened more for me. The community, the pay is great. I senior officer and just helping people to see it. I love everything about it. But the thing is, the products are so awesome. You can't be quiet about it. So how it's changed my life is as far as the experience of Partner Co, it's like all the pieces coming together. Community, great pay, great friends, like what we're doing tonight, crossline, as different people say, crossline, upline, downline. You don't even feel any of that. All you feel, I can personally speak, is love, simply because I've decided that I'm leading with love. And I know when you sow love or whatever you sow, you're going to reap it. But in this case, to sow love and to reap it back, I mean, who could ask for more? I mean, it's a wonderful feeling and an awesome business. And along with Michelle and what you hear others say, my passion to get it in the hands of billions is simply for this reason. People are praying every night for an answer. They really are. And to know that we have something in our hand that can help people, and this is the way we look at it, I would say, and not to successfully, to be a great success or to be more successful, the job here is to let them know, not to worry about the answer. The job is to present, let people know, give them the what they need to make an informed decision, and make sure that we are ready to lead them and guide them all the way when they make the yes decision. Yeah, and so really how we handle it all, prayer, and every day that's my prayer. Lord, order my steps. And that's what we do. And we have fun doing it.
Wow. So fun. So fun. Cynthia Bolden, thank you so very much. We are going to end the call in just a couple of minutes. I've only got 3 or 4 slides to wrap up, and we're going to do a coffee clutch. If any of our guests would like to hang out, I understand it's late, it's St. Patty's, you might have a party to go to. But if you want to hang out, this is a chance that we can open up the mics and have a casual conversation and any questions. Thank you, Cynthia Bolden, so very much. Thank you, Michele McCay, for doing such a great job at introducing your friends. Again, thank you. It's just been a real honor to host you on our call.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Cynthia.
Definitely my pleasure.
Loved it.
So here we are. What will these products look like for you? How will you know if they're working? Well, we've heard it. You know, we've heard it from Joy, we've heard it from Sarah, we've heard it from Michelle, we've heard it from Cynthia. These products will give you more energy, better sleep, and improved mood, increase in libido. You will feel these products. There's reduction in inflammation, weight losses, weight inches, digestion. There's so many things that you will notice these products will do for you. And it's the first time that I've ever taken products that I feel it. And I was just out with the girls tonight, as I mentioned, and I got up and I got the crowd dancing, and I'm like 66 years old. Where's all the younger ones that used to get the crowd up, right? And that's what it is. I feel like I'm 35 years old again, boosting your immunity and overall sense of well-being. So in full circle, you look at this tag and you say, okay, who out there do I know that also, oh, just a minute. It looks like my screen share is paused. Is it paused?
I think so.
Okay, stop share. Let's go back in. Sorry. Thank you, Diane. Appreciate that. Let's go back in. So you don't even have to have good technology when you're doing these calls. So who out there do you know? Your boss, your coworker, your brother-in-law, your cousin, the girl who babysits your kids? All of us have these, all of us. 3, 5, 7 to 10 of these symptoms. Every single person out there is experiencing something like this. So in closing, are you a 1, a 2, a 3, or a 4? Well, the 1 is someone who wants to buy retail. No, nah, you don't want to buy retail. At least sign up to be a brand partner so you can get the best value, right? So you can save money. That's always good. The number 3 is the person that wants to get on Health and Wealth Train and ride it. And the number 4 is the person that wants to ride big, help a lot of people, be dedicated, and ride it all the way to the top. So you can put in the chat what you are. And in summary, it's living the dream, enjoying this time, freedom, a body you love. I just bought skinny jeans on Saturday. I haven't been in skinny jeans for 35 years. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Have that financial stability, community of friends, luxury experiences. That's what it's all about. Enrolling is easy. It takes as little as 1, 2, 3. Now's the time to become a brand partner. We help you choose the kit. We get your questions answered. And it's that simple. Your product will be delivered. And when it comes, you're going to be so excited. Thank you, everybody. Again, we've got some great speakers. Joy from Alberta, thank you so much. Sarah Weaver, thank you so much. Michele McCay, and definitely our special speaker, Cynthia Bolden. Thank you so much for being on our call. Thank you to all the brand partners who supported our call tonight. And definitely thank you to the guests. Be sure that you get your questions answered. I'm going to sum it up. You know, this is the day, the Irish Day kind of thing, right? Think of how this very little island affected the world with so much. Irish Guinness, Irish stew, Irish jig, Irish coffee, the potato, you know, the list goes on how a little country did so much in the world. You, as the person that you are in God's eyes, no by means little, but you can reach out there and you can get that Irish jig going all over the world with these products. It's that simple. You can make that impact. You can make that difference. I know you can. You've got all the support of this community to be here to help you. Dave McIntyre, you are the co-host with the most. Really appreciate you being on this call to help us out tonight. I'm going to stop the recording, and anybody that wants to hang around for a coffee clutch, I really appreciate it. And it's a fun part of the evening.